The biggest reptile show in Florida is approaching, and we are running our Gold Standard Gecko Club competition at this event. Now, this didn't come with some hurdles, so in this video we're going to show you the whole setup of what it takes to put on this show, while simultaneously running our TikisGeckos table. We had so many great contestants and beautiful geckos entered, but only one will become the best of show. Before we get into the video, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of the sponsors that helped me put this together. Palm Street, ZooMed, Pangea, Rapashi, Gans Cricket Farm, Reptilium, Ship Your Reptiles, and Superior Shipping Supplies. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, so please support those that support us. Alright, so it is a Tuesday night before the big National Reptile Breeders Expo and the Gold Standard Gecko Club event at that show. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not feeling too hot. For whatever reason, I thought that because this was such a big event, such a big reptile show, and there's so many breeders and there's so much more exposure, I thought that there would be a flood of people trying to come into the competition and bring in their geckos and see if they can compete, but that hasn't been the case. It's early in the week and we only have about 4 contestants that are officially in the competition, which is not good. You know, obviously I have big wishes and plans for this thing, but it's not panning out like I thought it would. I'm not losing hope just yet. I'm still bugging a lot of people, trying to make sure everybody that can signs up. I just wanted to document this. I wanted to show you guys a little bit behind the scenes. Obviously, I don't usually, record this raw and unedited type of stuff, but I thought it'd be a good little insight onto what actually happens behind the scenes and the whole stressful week that it has been. It's been a rough week. My freaking office is a mess right now, but it's all good. I knew it was going to be challenging in the beginning because it's not very profitable to do something like this. I felt like it was going to be good for the hobby, and I genuinely just care so much about breeding reptiles and geckos and all that I thought it'd be a way to level up our industry. But I don't know if the hobby is ready for that yet. I feel like a lot of people don't see what I see and they're not into it. It is what it is. The show goes on. So I'm taking you for the ride to show you guys what it's like to set this whole thing up. I mean, a little glimpse of what it's like to set this thing up. But either way, I gotta go to sleep now because we gotta wake up super early tomorrow to start feeding some baby geckos. So take you guys through there, show you some cool stuff, and then we'll end it with how awesome this Gold Standard Gecko Club show is going to be. Thanks for watching, and I gotta go. I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. to go feed these geckos. Alright? Peace. It is Thursday, and we had to open up registration for everybody across the nation, and we had a couple of really good breeders send in some animals. So I'm going to do an unboxing of that. Shouldn't have put these boxes back here. So this one comes from Hannah from TikisGeckos, and she sent in some really incredible super stripes for the pinstripe category. I wish I was opening up all these boxes and they were going to be my geckos, but unfortunately after the event I'm going to be sending these geckos back, and we're going to see win from all over the nation, which is more exciting in my opinion. Got the box open, so here it is. You can see TikisGeckos. Now she has just some of the best super stripes in the world. So she sent 2 males. This is Chevron, and I'm gonna get better footage of them in a minute, but this is Chevron, just a picture perfect super stripe. And then this one is Damascus Road. Look at that super stripe. Just doesn't get any more perfect lateral, or well, laterals and dorsal stripe than that. So 2 absolutely perfect super stripes. I am really impressed by these 2 geckos. I can't wait to see how they do in the competition. So this next box is from my friend Nicoletta at Juliana's Geckos. Don't ask me why she named it Juliana's Geckos and not Nicoletta's Geckos. But nonetheless, we got some nice geckos here from her. A lot of paper, Nicoletta. A lot of paper. Okay, so She actually competed in the first ever Gold Standard Gecko Club, and she competed with one of her geckos, Mac, and another gecko, Chip. Chip is back and should be in this box. And then she brought 2 Mac daughters, which has a massive head. One, well, they're both lily whites, but this is one of them. And then I'm gonna show you the other one. Okay, so here's Chip. Chip is shedding just in time for the big Daytona Reptile Expo show. He's trying to look his best, and he looks good. And then check out this other big-headed girl. Oh my God. Nicoletta has some of the biggest crests of any breeder that I know. And even Chip, you know, he's a super Dalmatian. A lot of Dalmatians don't have the best structure, but hers does, and that's why I'm excited that she sent him for this competition. But this chick, this female, is insane. Wow, she put 4 cryo packs in here. She wasn't messing around. It is hot where she is, and it's also hot in Florida, but she wasn't taking any risk. All right, I love you, Nicoletta. So let me put these back. And let's open up our next box. All right, next up is another competitor from the 2024 Gold Standard Gecko Club, and it is none other than Smoke Show. The best of show of 2024 is coming back to regain his title at this 2025 August Gold Standard Gecko Club, and you can tell that Smoke Show is looking amazing. This gecko is incredible. I cannot wait to see how he does this year. And TikisGeckos Nick also sent another female for the show, and this is Mirage. Wow. So 2 Limy Vanya geckos. I actually have a sibling to these 2 geckos that I bought from Nick because I just couldn't resist. But 2 Limy Vanya geckos, 1 Smoke Show, 1 Mirage, both excellent quality animals, super high-end tricolor harlequins, and they will be competing for best harlequin, and of course they will be competing for best of show again, like Smoke Show did in his last run. All right, and this last gecko comes from Eyelash Exotics, Lynn Lawrence, and she sent in a female for the red base category. This girl is super nice. She's a drippy female. She's not fired up right now, but she has a bunch of drip. Nice head structure. Let's see, look at that. Yeah, she's not fired up, but I'm sure we will get to see her fired up for the show, and I'll get some more footage for you guys. I'm excited, you guys. We got a lot of geckos here from across the states. All right, now it's been a crazy week. I gotta run to get the sponsor banner for our sponsors. Clearly, we had a whole thing happen where they didn't send the stand with it. So I gotta go to the store and get that thing figured out, and then we gotta go pack up some geckos for Daytona. I'm gonna bring you guys along, and then I'll get better footage of all these geckos. All right? See ya. All right, so we're about to put away these animals that we got for the show. Obviously, because they're not our animals and we're just holding them, I'm keeping them in brand new tubs, very sterile. Let me show you. Basically a little hide, some paper towel at the bottom, and some egg crates for them to climb on. We'll feed them, we'll water them right before we leave to Daytona. And let's start putting them away so I can show you guys the animals also, okay? So this is, her name is, I forgot her name. Look how massive her head structure is. This girl will be entered into the red crested gecko category because she is a red, as you can see. And like I said, this girl was produced by Juliana's Geckos. Juliana's kind of known for those big fat heads that you can see on this gecko here. And Nicoletta, her name's Nicoletta. She entered a couple other geckos I'm going to show you next, and they all have nice head structure. So this is for the red base. Very nice animal. Let me put this one away. Next gecko is this one. She entered for the lily white category. Nice thick girl, also has a big wide head, great patterning, like an extreme harlequin lily white. Beautiful female here, and these, you could tell these geckos are well fed. Look at the thickness of that tail on this gecko. Great structure. And make sure you guys check out all these guys, all these breeders, Juliana's Geckos, HKD, Geckos, I was gonna say reptiles, HKD Geckos, Greeks Geckos, and Eyelash Exotics. And those two girls are actually sisters, and they were produced by Mac and Bee's Knees. Now this is Chip, and Chip is finishing up a shed. He must have started going into shed through the shipment, but you could tell that Chip is a big boy also. Absolutely beautiful Super Dalmatian. You guys know I love my yellow based Super Dalmatians. He's freaking out a bit, so I'm just gonna put him away, make sure he is nice and comfortable. All right, now these two boys are from Greeks Geckos. Our friend Hannah produces some of the best super stripes in the world. She's actually pretty much known for her super stripes, and this is the first guy that she sent in. His name is Damascus Road. He's a little bit older, so his color is not as bright as it once was, but I mean, this is just a massive beefy gecko. Oh my god, look at the super, I mean, does it get any more perfect than this as far as super stripes go? The line down the dorsal is just absolutely perfect. The laterals are perfect quad stripe laterals. This boy has nice big crest. Just overall incredible looking gecko. Very, very nice animal here. So this one is going to stay right here. And then the other one Hannah sent us is Chevron. And Chevron is another super stripe male. Also, oops, a little bit of a spaz I can tell. But check that out. He's beautiful super stripe. I'll get more footage of him when he's relaxed a little bit, but you can tell that dorsal stripe, his dorsal stripe down the back is probably even better than Damascus Road over there. But also perfect laterals. If you like super stripes, hard not to know who Greeks Geckos is. So putting this dude away, let me get the others. All right, so here we have HKD Geckos, Mirage and Smoke Show. First up is Mirage. And Mirage is a Smoke Show sister. Look at this beautiful tricolor here. Both of these are a product of Limmy and Vanya, which is a very, very popular pair that Nick did that produced all these beautiful tricolors. I have a offspring from Limmy and Vanya as well that looks kind of like Mirage, honestly, but Mirage has more like better oranges, but she is stunning. So we're gonna put Mirage away. We're going to show you Smoke Show. Now Smoke Show is a special gecko. He is the 2024 Gold Standard Gecko Club champion, the best of show of 2024. He was produced by Nick, obviously, and he is just absolutely stunning. Check that out. Just the head fringing, the white wall laterals, just how the oranges and the whites and the darks blend all in together. He also won Best Tricolor of 2024. We didn't have a tricolor category this year just because we are just basically consolidating it with the Harlequin. But check that out. Incredible animal. Smoke Show. He's back and he's trying to become one of our first grand champions. And lastly, we have one more gecko. Okay, and this gecko is Nessie, and she was entered in the red category. She's not fired up right now, obviously, but she is a beautiful, drippy pinstripe, as you can see here. I gotta double check if she was entered in red or pinstripe. I'm not sure, but regardless, it is a beautiful gecko. Love the drippiness on her. And she comes from Eyelash Exotics. Alright, so those are all our contestants that flew into Florida for the show. And I can't thank all of you guys enough, you breeders that sent in your geckos to be a part of the show. I just appreciate all the support. You guys don't even understand, because this was like a last minute thing, and for everybody to be okay with it and send their geckos, you know, some of your most prized geckos, I really appreciate that. And we're gonna do everything in our power for these animals to be thriving here and as comfortable as possible, okay? Let me put this girl away and let's get ready for the Daytona show. All right, so with prepping for the big Daytona show, we also have to take in consideration that we are going to be out of, you know, town, and a lot of these animals are going to have to, you know, stay here for a couple days without us. So Manny's been taking care of pretty much everything that's not New Caledonian geckos, so he's going to tell us a little bit about what he does to make sure these animals are set for the weekend, and also what we're packing for Daytona.
Right, so one of the first things I gotta do is make sure everyone's well fed. All the animals that are staying, make sure they're fed extra bit of food, because usually for the shows we'll be gone like just the weekend, but Daytona's an extra day, so we'll be gone for 3 days. And another thing is make sure they have brand new clean water. Everything gets water, everything's gonna get sprayed, misted down very heavy, but we also like to leave water bowls for absolutely everything in case, you know, it gets a little dry or they want a little sip of water over the weekend. They're well taken care of.
We always feed the same kind of stuff, but we got to make sure we're extra careful with like the gut loading, make sure that the animals have enough food in their enclosures and all that good stuff. And the water is obviously self-explanatory. So show us a little bit of the stuff that we're taking to Daytona.
All right, so we always got a bunch of variety. That's kind of what we love to do. Always have some cool leopard geckos. See that? All these little guys we're gonna be packing up and taking for the show.
Nice little tangerine.
Also, we like to bring some snakes as well, like these killers. These guys are awesome albino bull snakes.
There you go, wow.
Yeah, some of my favorite stuff. We also are gonna have some really neat geckos as well outside of the New Caledonian geckos. Is some of these beautiful Henkel's leaf-tailed geckos. Now these are actually captive bred and born, which you don't see too common, but just some absolute stunners, great looking animals. This is honestly some of my favorite stuff that we will be bringing. We actually got a lot of these cute chunky guys right now as well that we will be bringing. Amazon milk frogs. These are one of my favorite frogs. They're very similar to a dumpy tree frog, just a little bit more humidity, and they get big as well. So when you see them very big, they're super impressive, just an incredible tree frog. And we're also going to be bringing some banana pectinatas. These, in my opinion, are the best pet iguana in the world. They don't get very big, and they're generally very tame. As babies, you know, most things are always going to be flighty, but these guys tame down very well. We use these guys for a lot of our videos, and whenever any of our friends come over, we always pull them out. They're so friendly, so tame, and so easy to care for. So we also will be bringing plenty of these cutie patootie little geckos. These are called Bang Wangling's Chinese cave geckos. These were produced by us, and they're honestly, the adults are some of the tamest cave geckos I've ever messed with. A lot of the time, some of the Japanese cave geckos are very flighty, but these guys, you can see, are pretty bold. Again, as babies, most things are gonna be a little flighty, but look at that guy. He is so freaking cute. These are so cool, and we're gonna be bringing a lot of babies to this show.
All right, y'all, we're in the gecko house and we have to pack for Daytona. It is Thursday night. We're leaving tomorrow in the early afternoon, late morning. So I want to make sure all the geckos are packed. I usually like to pack on Friday mornings, but honestly, every time we do that, we get to Daytona so late that it just sets us back with our setup, and I just can't afford to do that with the Gold Standard Gecko Club. I typically like to keep the geckos in their enclosures as long as possible, but you know, this show, this Gold Standard Gecko Club plus TikisGeckos Daytona NRBE is just too much. Let me show you what I'm packing, because it's some badass crested and gargle geckos that I'm taking. And to get you excited, by the time you see this video, the show's already done, but you can enjoy it nonetheless. See ya. Check it out. This is some of the stuff that we're taking to Daytona. This one is a Polish Power and one of my lily white female offspring, really dope. Some nice high expression lily whites. Look at this one here. A nice Frappuccino Duncan offspring. We got, check, some nice extreme Harlequins. Another really nice lily white holdback type female. Some reds with portholes, if that's your thing. Really nice stuff. Of course, we have some pinstripes. Some nice pinstripes with nice head structure. Check out the Super Dalmatian here. It's insane. Got a yellow pinstripe here, another super nice lily white, and all this is gonna be at the Daytona show and more. This is just the beginning. So let me continue packing and show you some gargoyles. All right, so check out some of these gargoyles that we're taking to the show. This is a Cosmo and DD2 or Deadpool Daughter 2 offspring. So that's a Deadpool line animal. This super blotch is actually insane. If you don't like super blotches, how about bandits? This bandit, incredible. Some Pennywise offspring, some more red stripes. This one is from Kirby. So this is a pink. This will turn pink as it gets older. Just more red stripes from Pennywise. Just really, really nice stuff. All of this stuff is super young because most of my bigger gargoyles are already sold, but I do have some Deadpool females that I will take. And this is a Deadpool daughter. She will be at the show. And I also have a Deadpool Junior offspring, which is this. Check that out. So if you want higher end gargoyles, you want some nice stuff, Daytona is a place to go. We typically save some of our best stuff for Daytona, and you can see why it's one of our biggest reptile shows. So I gotta finish packing and I gotta show you guys the rest of what the prep for Daytona is. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty. Tell us about Gold Standard.
I think we had such an incredible day. I think that we had a really good turnout because people really got to see what Gold Standard in action was all about. And I think that it really got a lot more people interested in competing in the future. To be able to tell people that these are geckos from all different types of breeders, not just from here in the show, but some of them were from out of state, just to be here, just to be featured here, really got people interested in seeing what we were all about. I think that there were definitely some fan favorites. I would say we're so here in this area. These guys were very heavily favored over here. But yeah, I think that I got to tell people how the show works, how we're voting on our fan favorites here. We got to make a more digital voting this time, not handwritten votes this time. And after this, how they're gonna be judged by a group of people, by our judges. After that, to announce the winners and all their awesome prizes, like brought to us by all of our incredible sponsors and stuff.
Check out our sponsors.
Our hella cool sponsors here.
Show us these trophies. These trophies looking nice out here. Imagine you're vending at a reptile show and you know, you have your best of show award there for people to see. Oh, I've actually won multiple Gold Standard Gecko Club awards. Because what were people asking you when you were coming into the? They were coming into the show.
Quite a few people come up to me congratulating me on all of my awards for all of my award-winning geckos that I was vending.
Meanwhile, she's never bred a crested gecko in her life.
And I was like, I wish I could say that was all true. And then they were asking me for how much, and I said, I really can't. I'm gonna get in trouble out here.
If you see Daniela's fat pockets of cash and you see missing geckos, you know there's a problem.
I might have some deals worked out in the long run, so it's all good.
Annie, tell us something, man. Show us something.
All right, we got this most venomous snake. I'm just kidding. This is a false water cobra. The reason they get their name, see if I can get it, false water cobra, is they can hood up like a cobra. But these guys are South American colubrid. They are rear fang venomous, but they would have to really chew and munch on you. And honestly, it's a very mild venom, but such a cool snake. One of the smartest snakes out there. These guys really are really smart. They watch your every move. They learn from you, and they're just an amazing snake. That's why I like them so much. So here we have some of my favorite northern mutations. This right here is the red. As this animal gets older, it's going to develop more deeper red colorations. And then here is the ivory blue tongue skink, a solid white blue tongue. These guys are actually born with some color, and as they age, they just get whiter and whiter and whiter. The future of blue tongues is looking very bright.
Alright, I am here with Quincy from Gecko Nerd, and he won Best Axanthic and Best Phantom of the show. this guy is very unique. And not a lot of people are working with margin, which is that, like, what would you call, how would you classify margin? How do you describe it? It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah, it's the darkening lines. The best ones lead all the way from the nose down the back, down the dorsal.
On the inside of the pinstripe. So people think of like reverse pinstriping. This is like the opposite of that. So that's an awesome gecko. This one is an axanthic. Look at that, empty back pinstripe. Really, really unique, and the structure on this animal is really nice, which sometimes the axanthics don't have the best structure, but Quincy here is working with some awesome stuff. So congratulations, bro. You win these 2 awards. Let me find them for you. Best axanthic for your boy here. All right, we'll put him right here.
Yeah.
Also,
Thank you.
Phantom. So I know you've been working hard on those Phantoms, so I'm glad you won this, man. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Awesome.
This gecko is in shed, and it doesn't even matter because you're still gonna see that color pop through. Look at this gecko in shed, and just to think that I didn't even realize that yesterday when we judged the geckos, it was in shed. That's how bright this color is. And he won best gargle gecko of the show. And he was up against a really, really nice blotched from Sundown, which is also an incredible breeder. But this award goes to Klaus from Gecko Monsters. My man Mauricio here has been working on his red stripes for some time, and it shows, man. Congratulations,
Thank
bro.
you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why we always trust the blood.
Yeah, there you go. They're gonna say it's rigged, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. So there you go, bro. Best gargle gecko of August 2025.
Yeah.
Let's go. Next one. All right, and this is Smoke Show. He won 2024 Best of Show, and this time he took the best Harlequin crested gecko. And Smoke Show is a killer gecko, man. This is one of the best tricolors in the country. You can see he's not even fully fired up right now, and his color is just popping. So huge shout out to Nick from HKD Geckos for producing this boy and sending him to participate at this show. Congrats, Nick. And this is the winner for the pinstripe category. This is Chevron, and Chevron is a killer super stripe produced by Greeks Geckos. They got some of the best super stripes in the world. And just look at this gecko. The perfection of that symmetry of this animal is just, it makes me drool. And congrats, Hannah, you won Best Pinstripe of 2025. And this award for Best Yellow-Based Crested Gecko goes to Subtle Tease from Morph Menagerie, my friend Gabby. She wasn't able to stay for Sunday, so I can't show you the gecko, but I'll roll some B-roll. It is an amazing, drippy, yellow-based female, and she won. So she is the best yellow base of 2025 Daytona National Reptile Breeders Expo. So congrats, Gabby. Thank you for participating. All right, and massive shout out to everybody that sent in geckos to participate in this year's show that were from out of state. We had Nicoletta from Juliana's Geckos send in 2 actually clutch mates, Mac daughters, from one of her most like big-headed males that won Best Red Base and Best Lily White. Now, your geckos have some big ass heads, and this shows right here. So she won Best Red Base, she won Best Lily White, she won Best Dalmatian, and she won Best of Show. So let me show you the gecko that won Best Dalmatian and Best of Show, because you know the funny thing is that gecko competed the first time in the first ever Gold Standard Gecko Club show, and it actually won Best Dalmatian then too. But this time it took the Best of Show championship. So check this guy out. He is a showstopper. You don't typically see big heads like this on Dalmatians, and those big oil spots. Just this is like a classic super Dalmatian. A great build on this gecko. The head, the face, it's proportionate. It's a muscular build. He's not too thin. He's not too fat. He's a perfect crested gecko, as close to perfect as we could come, right? So this is the gecko that won Best of Show. His name is Chip, and he also won Best Dalmatian. This is the champ. So if you want to participate in the next Gold Standard Gecko Club competition, make sure you check out the website, because we will be having plenty more, and it is your chance to participate and possibly win one of these awards and put them in your table and be called the best of your, category, whatever you breed, all right? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.